Government propagandists are trying to paint a narrative that if Bobi Wine wins the presidency, he will not be able to govern. In politics, nothing is done by mistake. One of the thing NRM has lost is a propaganda war. Every time they come out to do a propaganda, the opposition has a machinery online which counters it. One of the state agents came out to reveal that in the most likely event Bobi Wine wins the election, he will not lead. In fact, he said these statements.
If you Bobi Wine in an unlikely event that you became president, how would you be president without a parliament? Just want to bring confusion to Uganda. Kubanga, you will bring a law to parliament. Parliament passes it in the way NRM wants it to pass it, and it takes you back to the president to sign. Now, if the president refuses to sign the law, he can bring it back. But if Parliament insists and signs it the way it had signed it, it had passed it. If Parliament insists and doesn't change it according to the president, and it comes back to the president, and the president brings it back the second time, and the Parliament passes it the way it wants, it becomes law. So I want to take this seriously. What I'm telling you. So you need to tell the other people there you have left behind that these people cannot win because they don't have supporters across the country. Their support has only been here around Kampala here. And why was it here in Kampala last time? It was because we are in a COVID situation. People were not earning income. The landlords were demanding rent and so forth.
So, first of all, the gentleman speaking is coming out to say that if Bobi Wine becomes president, yet he doesn't have parliament, it will be hard for him to govern. First of all, every leader would want to have a comfortable majority in parliament. For those who don't know, if a law is passed in parliament, the president has to assent for it to become a law. If he doesn't assent, it brings back to parliament. If the parliament passes it for the third time, it then becomes a law, even without the consent of the parliament. That's what he's coming out to say. And he also came out to say that the reason that's why Bobi Wine won Kampala was because of COVID. There are a lot of regime propagandists who paint a picture that NUP is in Kampala and Metropolitan, not knowing that the whole Uganda was defeated, won by Bobi Wine and NUP, even the whole Busoga. So he's coming out to say that Mbwembera Zachu, Sembobaji Awangula, trust me, Kampala is going to be retained in the opposition. It is the matter of fact. In fact, NUP has become even more stronger. Bobi Wine has become more stronger. He has grown stronger. So that's the propaganda they normally peddle. The good thing, we went to school, we've come to debunk it. Let's continue with the propaganda.
There are other people that are they're just wasting our time. The one going to win is President Museveni, so let's also be with him.
By the way, I'm not saying that not having parliament is ordeal, but a person can still win even without parliament. Just that it causes a lot of disturbance, but there are very many presidents across the world who have won without parliament. So they are just peddling propaganda. The signs and symptoms show that Bobi Wine is going to win the presidency. Is the reasons why they have deployed young and old to do the propaganda. Let's continue.
Very clear. When you are here, tumumanye biferi abamu, tumumanye kiriyo, tebaliyo, tebalina candidates. Kati oyinza otya okubeera mu government gwe president ate mu parliament oli opposition. Here you are in government, you are the president, but in parliament you are in opposition. So what does that mean? You're going to bring the country into chaos. That's we don't want Uganda back to chaos. No. Not chaos. So, you tell other people who have left behind.
So, first of all, he's also coming out to say that Bobi Wine may not have a chance to win parliament. I don't know where, I don't know why he's coming out to give that reason. But let me first teach this state agent one. In 2007, the Rainbow Coalition had majority in parliament, yet Kibaki was the president. In 2002, the coalition of Kenya Kwanza, led by William Ruto, didn't have the majority in parliament. They had in the Senate. Okay? He had to make a coalition with other parties. It's not the first time. Even in America, we've had scenarios where the president is president when he doesn't have Congress. So this person is painting a picture that a person without having parliament cannot lead. Even when we attained our independence, Kabaka Eka didn't have the majority, had to go in a coalition with UPC to defeat DP. So those things of coming out saying that a person to lead must be with parliament, those are lies. And who told you that the opposition cannot be having the whole parliament? Okay? Who told you? Let's continue.
Now, lastly, so as I said now, we are going to capitalize the circle, we are going to put in money, we are going to look into issues of taxes they were talking about. If they reduce the profit of the owners of the companies and then they pay you less, we're going to handle that so that these people pay you more. We're going to handle that. So me, my request is just simple from you. Join the winning candidate. And I want to request you, the people you have left behind in your companies, in your homes, mobilize them to join the winning candidate. I'm going to the president that he has many mobilizers among all of you are his mobilizers. If you don't want, you put up your hand.
So that is the state propagandist one. Let me be categorical. Everyone who has listened to that audio, or even somebody who was there in the meeting, should know that we are not in a democracy. It's not all about who wins the presidency. It's about the paradigm shift. We are under an authoritarian rule. We are under poor democracy, where the rule of law is minimal, where the CDF can abduct someone, put him in his basement to teach him a certain language, where dissenting views are arrested. The latest one was Sarah Virete, where a small clique of people seizes the power of our country, where people don't have a voice in their vote or in their voice. Anyone who comes to tell you that blah blah MUSEVENI is going to win, we've seen people who have won even with 98%, like Hussein Mubarak. 1 year after election is overthrown by his people. Omar el-Bashir, before he was taken down, he had won with 96%. It's because there was no foundation of democracy. Those propaganda agents who come to you to say that join the winning team, is not all about winning. It's the paradigm shift, is the goals you have as Ugandans. Trust me, MUSEVENI cannot reinvent. 40 years is enough. In fact, he's undoing even the good things he had done. It's time for real change. It's time for a revolution to bring constitutionalism and the rule of law. Of course, that's my opinion. Remain yours truly, Mr. Makindi, Kabia Sulaiman Mahogoli. If you're new to this channel, please subscribe, like, and comment so that I can be motivated to do more of such videos. I'll see you on another one. Peace.